Pues buenos días, buenas tardes o buenas noches en cualquier momento en el que nos esté escuchando. Esta entrevista va a ser en inglés, avisamos ahora, hacemos el disclaimer en español. Así que I'm going to switch to English. So, good day, Gojo.
How you guys doing?
We're doing well. Thank you. Estoy con mi compañera Lily también.
Oli.
So, we're going to start. So, you, I was researching about you. So you got your first guitar at 13. Do you remember the first song you wrote with the guitar?
Yes, I do. The song's called Moonlight, actually. Color of the moonlight in the morning when I saw you. Yeah, wow. Okay, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
I'm kind of curious. Like, why Gojo? Why that specific name?
So the name, so my real name is Marty, and my middle name is Joe. So when I was like a kid, everyone would call me Marty Joe. It was like a hyphenated thing. And then when I was in like running races and just doing things that I needed encouragement for, my mother would always be like, "Go Joe, go Joe." So it's a form of motivation from my mother.
That's cute.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. And so you are the Australian entry for this year. How did you? How was the moment that SBS called you and say, "Hey, Gojo, you are our representation this year on Eurovision"? How was the moment? And how did you feel? What were you doing?
Yeah, so I was actually I just flown in from Brisbane, and I was on a riding camp up there. I was riding for Eurovision, and then I flew in from Brisbane because SBS wanted to have a meeting. So I went in, and it was the fourth meeting I'd had with them. So I went in, and then they asked me a few questions, and then they basically said, "How does it feel to be representing Australia in Eurovision this year?" And I was just like, "What? That is absolutely insane." I remember the feeling of just excitement, and I don't think I've ever felt in my whole life. I don't think I've ever felt that excited about something and where it was so genuine as well. It was just. I remember I could feel every single vein in my body. It was just like, "Whoa, this is insane! Can't believe it."
And what does this opportunity mean to you? Like, and did you ever thought you would end up in this situation?
That's a good question as well, and I think it's like a just representing a country on the world's biggest stage. And I've always seen Eurovision as the Olympics of music. So I think just even saying those words coming out of my mouth and knowing that I'm the representative of Australia is so honourable. And yeah, I often find myself in supermarkets or like shopping centres, and I'm like, there's so many people in here, but it just so happened to be me representing this country this year. And it's like, it's a mind blowing thought. There's a lot of people in the world, and it's like, yeah, it's such a honorable, like humbling feeling knowing that, I suppose that I was the selected one. It's really, really cool.
You have been around Europe for these last weeks, so you have met a lot of the other entries this year, and
Yeah.
you have been on the Spanish pre-party on Madrid. How was this European trip this week? What was your favorite moment of these weeks?
Yeah, it's been insane. I'm actually in Latvia right now. I was in Roma yesterday in Italy, so I'm just like in a different country almost every day. But yeah, the pre-party in Madrid was so cool. Like the fans there are unbelievable, and just it's I feel so loved there, and especially like singing the song and things like that. Thank you. It was like just so surreal, and I'd never played in Madrid or Spain. I'd never even been there either. So going was like, yeah, and walking around the city and things like that. It's just such a beautiful thing to experience, and such a beautiful culture you guys have.
Thank you.
And as you have met like all your like most of your mates this year, if you could do a collaboration with any of them, who would it be and why?
Oh, maybe I'd probably say like out of three, I would love to do something with Erica Vickman, because I think a lot of people are expecting it. Um, Also, would love to do something with Luann from France too, and and also Zoe Me too, because I love both of their entries as well, and I love ballads, and their voices are they have such beautiful voices.
Um, your song has a double intended lyrics in French, and so how how did it come when you composed the song with Sepper? How did it come that let's going to add some French lyrics?
Well, it comes from my heritage. So my dad was born in France, and he's French. So I have a French citizenship and passport. So I wanted to, when I found out that I was doing Eurovision, I was like, I really want to incorporate that aspect of me into the song as well. I want to incorporate, show the world that I'm also French, and also show the world that Australia has a lot of European community here as well. We have a very, very big European community, and we always get asked, like, why is Australian in Eurovision and things like that. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons. Not to mention, we've been broadcasting Eurovision since 1983 as well. So
Yeah.
And if Milkshake Man had a sequel, what would it be called? And would also include like involve dairy products?
what is it? A prequel?
A sequel.
A sequel.
If it had a sequel, sorry, can you ask the question one more time?
Okay, if Milkshake Man had a sequel, what
Yeah.
would it be called? And would it also involve dairy products?
Or maybe it would be the thick shake man. So it's like it's just I don't know. That's a hard one. But yeah, maybe maybe the thick shake man. I don't know. Yeah. It's getting a
uh,
that's a hard one.
you are the Australia's 10th representative on Eurovision. So, did you receive advice from any former representative? And
Yeah,
what
so
advice was?
so I caught up with Dami M, and I caught up with Voyager, who represented Australia in 2023. And they both had the same they both pretty much had the same advice, and that was just to make sure you stay grounded through everything, because it's chaos, and the mental capacity from being able to just travel between countries, to the pre-parties, to the press, and meeting fans. It's quite a lot, I suppose, on a human being. So they said just to try and ground yourself as much as possible and take time away from everything and spend it on yourself, which I thought was great advice. And I can definitely see how that is relevant being over here
Mhm.
too.
And if you win, what is the first thing you're going to do? Like the first, very, very first after performing again?
Either, I don't know, go live on one of the social medias, but instantly, if I do it, I have to go on for a second and just obviously thank everyone. But then I just have to meditate for a second, because I know I'm about to perform again.
After Eurovision, there is any. What are your short and long term plans in music?
So yeah, we just announced a European tour, actually going around Europe in September. So going to be doing that in September. We just announced like 10 days or something, which is really, really cool. And I'm also going on tour around Australia before then too. And also, when I wrote Milkshake Man, I also wrote 10 other songs on that writing camp. So we're going to release some of those as well. And yeah, and do an album too. So there's lots in the works going on with all of that stuff. And just keeping connected with everyone as well. Like, that's the thing. I'm so far away in Australia, but I really want to show Europe, and everyone in Spain as well, that, I'm very committed to just staying in the Eurovision world as well. Like, I love everything about it, and I want to stay in it for as long as possible and try and be a part of it whenever I can.
Mhm.
And I want to know if what is the most random experience you have had in this journey to Eurovision? Like one anecdote, one story that you say this was crazy.
Oh, well, I feel like maybe it happened like yesterday. I was actually out of like I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna go check out this vintage shop quickly because I had a bit of a break, and then I went out to go. I was walking to it, and as I'm walking to it in Rome, out of everyone I could have walked into, I end up walking into Lucio Corsi, and and we were talking about we were trying to catch up with him as well, and he I don't even think he was supposed to be in Roma at the time. Oh no, he had one day in Roma, and it so happened to be that one day that we were there, and we ended up catching up with him, and that was mind blowing to me because I've wanted to meet him as well for ages. Because I love his song, and just I'm a big fan of him as well, which was really cool to see and do.
Mhm. So we finished the interviews. For you have now is your moment to the camera to say a message to all the people who is going to watch this interview. We hope a lot of people. Well, whatever message you want to say is your moment.
Oh, thank you. Yo, I just wanted to say, if everyone, I'm just glad that people have been liking the song. That's all that I could ever want, and knowing that I've made someone's day a little brighter is everything that I could have ever asked for. So, as long as people just listen to the song and have fun and enjoy it, and it takes the clouds out of your day, that's what makes me happy. And thank you for all the support. And thanks for making Australia feel so welcome in the contest as well, because I know we're quite new to it and we're so far away. And it's always seeing all the love and support from everyone means everything to us. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm going to switch to Spanish to finish the interview. Esta ha sido la entrevista con Goyo, representante de Australia en Eurovisión 2025. Seguidnos en redes porque quién sabe, igual que entrevistamos a alguien más. Somos David Ordinguio y Lili. Así que nada, nos vemos en la próxima. Chao.
Ciao.